Welcome back to Project 94 for another diecast review here on the channel, and today we're going to be looking at a 2023 Xfinity car. Here is Brandon Jones and his 2023 Menards Jeld-Wen Chevrolet Camaro for Junior Motorsports. A really cool diecast because Brandon Jones has not gotten a lot of diecast made. We got nothing from his Joe Gibbs Toyota Supra run or his Camrys. Just pretty much any of his Gibbs diecast have never been made. And then as soon as he goes to Junior Motorsports, bam, here we are with the diecast. So yeah, it really shows how much power Junior Motorsports has in the Xfinity Series diecast market. Really cool to have a Brandon Jones diecast. I don't think I've ever had a Brandon Jones diecast at all before. So this is a really cool opportunity to review one of his cars. And this right here is a 2023 model Xfinity Series car. As you can tell, the box, 75th anniversary. Really cool to have a diecast of Brandon Jones. I've liked it, Brandon Jones, especially after the Martinsville thing, how he handled that one. But the past is the past. Here we are in the present. He's with his new opportunity. And ooh, the yellow on this car, the Menards yellow, really made the camera. It really phased the camera there, I must say. Here's the diecast out of the box. Of course, looks really fantastic with that day glow yellow. The same you would see on the 12 car and all those. The Menards, the 12 car, the 2 car, the Penske cars, except now it's on the Chevy Camaro. But what I do like about this is a different paint scheme than the Cup paint scheme. This is different. A different scheme. So that's really awesome. So it's going to be different from your Blaney and Cindric Menard cars, for sure. As well as the trucks, it's different from that as well. So really cool. A unique paint scheme for Junior Motorsports and his number 9 entry for Brandon Jones here. So you got number 9 right there, Camaro, Junior Motorsports. And what I do like about this is actually part of the paint scheme. They wrapped some black around the nose to make it look like an aftermarket. To me, it looks like one of those aftermarket bumpers you get for these 6th gen Camaros to just make it look more like a Transformers Bumblebee replica. Kind of like how they have it on this paint scheme and how it's a part of it. They could have just left that blue or just left it the yellow color, but they gave this paint scheme some personality. You got Jeld-Wen really low on the hood. I mean, look how much space is left up here. You could put like a whole nother sponsor right there. I mean, look at that giant gap. I'm not complaining about it by any means. The car still looks great. Just pointing out how low the hood is and how low the sponsor placement is. Got Menards right there, right on the right under the hood. Then you have Xfinity, Jones. You have Simpson, ARP, Sunoco, Goodyear, NASCAR 75th anniversary, Xfinity Series, NASCAR race car, Mobile One, Comedic. Then you have Arrowhead. Brandon Jones, number 9. You got Safety Clean, a sponsor that I cannot read underneath that. Miller, SEM, and wow, is that Z-Max? Looks like Z-Max, or X-Max. You got Menards right there, then you have, wow, what is this? CA Foundation. Menards, huge on the side. Brandon Jones font looks fantastic, by the way. I really like how they have a custom font for that. Exalta, the American flag, and yeah, I gotta read all those quarter panel sponsors. So here we go. Might have to zoom in on this, so might be a little bit fuzzy, but I'm gonna try for you guys to read all those. You got Little Hugs, or Hug right there, Jeld-Wen, Ortho. What does that say? The one next to Ortho, can't quite read that one. Atlas, Swiffer. The Swiffer one looked nice. I liked it, the orange hood with the Swiffer. That was a cool looking version of this car. Then you have, God, what is that one? I feel like I've seen that sponsor before. I just can't read it. You have another one that I can't read. It's like a white and blue sponsor. It's just too small. These decals are so tiny. Got a turtle looking thing. Then you have, what does that say? Patriot, Nibco, Bally, Polonis, I think that says. What does that say? Critter Tree. Damn, these are really small. Got another blue one, a white sponsor, Delta, Watts. I'll just read the ones that I can read. Watts, Schultz, Tuscany, DuPont, Cheez-It is on this car. And a few other sponsors that are just too small for my eyes and the camera to pick up on. But What's interesting is that the placement of all these contingencies is not on the deck lid or the back. It's actually quite literally on the huge quarter panel of the Xfinity cars. So they're using that space they have on these cars, that's for sure. Black wheels. So they got rid of the yellow, Menards yellow wheels that would be on the Penske cars. They're not on this one, unfortunately. Here's the back. Got Chevrolet, Menards, number 9. Racing electronics, mechanics wear, Mac tools, Camaro, the rear view camera, the Chevy, and then look how I like how the number 9 and the Menards. I like how the Menards logo is so big on the back of this thing. Love the way that looks. Makes it look super sharp. You got Jeld-Wen right there. You got Jones and then Menards. And yes, I know that logo on the deck lid looks green on the camera, but that, I promise you, looks like the blue that was on the hood. But because it's such a small decal, not such a small decal, because it's behind such a bright color, it makes it look like it's not blue. But you got the Jones right there, which is offset. For some reason, these Xfinity cars have like offset names on the windows. Not really sure about that. Menards. And now for the paint scheme, it's that day glow yellow. Of course, you got a white shadow with a black number fill-in. Pretty much looks like a high contrast number 9. But someone just goes off of Google, gets a number 9 PNG, and then max contrast, black and white, and this is your result here. I will say, I wish they colored in the number 9 to be like whatever sponsors on the hood. So, for example, Jeld-Wen is this dark blue color. I wish they would make this blue, put this blue on the 9, and then make it like match whatever sponsor. Like if this whole hood here said like Cheez-It or Kitty or whatever sponsors on the hood, if it's red, the number should be red as well. I'm not really a fan of how they kind of made it the same all the way around. So yeah, I do realize the Gibbs car was like this as well, but I wish they would have at least each different sponsor had a different color number 9. Got black side skirts. Really interesting to point it out on an Xfinity car with black side skirts. Black spoiler, black splitter. And on the front, we pointed out that it has a really cool looking black front fascia detail on the front. And of course, the color on the hood is that Jeld-Wen blue. It's like a blue-green, but it's definitely more on the blue side. But you can definitely tell it's like a bit of green kind of vibes to it. It's a round, like, hood decal, and they just plaster it on there, but it has like a round like shape to the edges. It's not like wrapping over to the sides with those red and orange colors like the Penske cars are. It's just all on the hood like that. And it kind of wraps neatly over the headlights. And then of course you have your classic Menards side stripes, but of course it's different than the Penske and the truck. For the Penske for the Cup Series, and of course the trucks. Now it's just the orange and the red, just swooping across the side. It's a very simple 2 swooshes, nothing too crazy. On the side, it just swoops across the side through the number 9 and underneath the Menards. I like how that looks. That looks neat. Definitely looks less... How do I put it? I like how the Cup Series ones look. I just like how it's different. I'll leave it at that. I like how it's different for Brandon Jones in the Xfinity Series. The Menards livery definitely looks cool on the number 9. I'll leave it at that. It looks fantastic. I just wish, you know, they would change the color of the 9 and whatever else. And then, of course, the rest of the car is that beautiful day glow yellow. And yes, and that is going to be it. Another paint scheme with the Menards colors. This time it's going to be on the Xfinity Series Camaro SS. And of course you have the Google. Did I just say Google? Google. Goodyear. Can you imagine if Google starts making tires? Goodyear logo in black right there. I know it kind of looks like it's blue on camera, but it is definitely black. Really cool diecast here. This is a really one of those diecasts you're going to wish you had years ago, because different driver for the number 9. And of course, for the stop motion makers, that's the main point I want to make about this diecast. You guys are going to want to update your number 9 diecast. It's going to be weird having Brandon Jones running around with the Bass Pro Shops car for sure. So definitely get this one. So here's a 360 of it as I'm talking here. Definitely a rare occasion when Brandon Jones gets diecast made. So Junior Motorsports knows how to get diecast made. Maybe not every one of them, because Justin Allgaier runs 15,000 different paint schemes and only a couple of them get made. So we really need to get a Sam Mayer car. We need, honestly, if you want my opinion about the Xfinity series and why I don't really collect that many, there's really not that much variety with these cars, you know? We most of the time get Chevy teams, small Chevy teams, sometimes RCR cars, but it's mostly Junior Motorsports. We don't really get the Mustang or Supra diecast, which is extremely frustrating, because if we were able to get at least, I feel like with the Authentics, one Xfinity car per wave, or two Xfinity cars per wave, but with different drivers, not the same ones all the time, we'd have more variety. There would be a lot more Supras and Mustangs for the Xfinity series. We need Ryan Sieg, we need a bunch of diecasts, and we keep getting the same, just Junior Motorsports, Junior Motorsports, Junior Motorsports, Junior Motorsports, Junior Motorsports, and then every other Chevy they got is a small Chevy team or an RCR. Just, I don't know, that kind of stuff turns me off. It really frustrates me how we never got a number 19 Menards Supra for Brandon Jones. That was really agitating. So yeah, I'm really not happy with that. The way the line only just does very few Xfinity cars, and then they're just all Junior Motorsports. People are gonna get tired of that. I'm telling you, I'm definitely reached that point. The same thing happened with the trucks, you know. I mean, we started getting some different sponsors for the trucks, like the other drivers, team sponsor combinations. But most of the time, it used to just be like Plan B Sales, Circle B Diecast, just the same sponsor, just different driver and slightly different scheme. Well, no, very different scheme, but the same sponsor all the time, and just the same teams. So yeah, that Lionel desperately needs to make more of these Xfinity cars, and I'm definitely glad Brandon Jones was able to get a diecast made through Junior Motorsports. So that is going to be your review here on Brandon Jones's 2023 Menards Jeld-Wen paint scheme. They might make the other ones, I'm really not sure. But yeah, guys, hope you guys enjoyed this video of Brandon Jones's 2023 diecast here. Make sure you comment, like, and subscribe, because there's going to be a lot more diecast reviews here out this summer. So, thank you all for watching, and always remember to make sure you know what you're doing when you're putting decals on your diecast.